I am Dhiraj Tatar, a system professor in the Chemical Engineering Department of LGIT Ahmedabad. In this lecture, I am going to start new topic of the computer aided process synthesis. So let's start. Chapter name is Designing and Scheduling of Batch Processes and topic is Introduction of Batch Processes. So to study designing and scheduling of batch processes, you should have basic knowledge of batch processes. So in this lecture, I will explain you some basics of batch reactor and semi-batch reactor. So let's start. This is the figure for batch reactor. Batch reactor is nothing but one type of the vessel on which there are two holes on the top section. From that section, we can feed reactants inside the reactor. After that, there is a deep lake. If you want to provide specific amount of the liquid inside the reactor at specific position, you can use deep lake in the reactor system. After that, there is a jacket. This jacket may be heating jacket or cooling jacket. If you want to provide external heating, you can use heating jacket. If you want to provide external cooling, you can use their cooling jacket. After that, there is baffle. Baffle is nothing but we can use baffle in the reactor system to increase the turbulence. Ultimately, we can increase their mass transfer rate or heat transfer rate. So this is the significance of the baffle in a reactor system. After that, there is impeller. Impeller is used to provide the better mixing in the reactor system. And there is a motor that is used for the supply purpose, electricity supply purpose, and speed reducer can be used to maintain the speed of the impeller in the reactor system. After that, there is a thermowell. Thermowell is nothing but one type of the insulation between the thermometer or any temperature measurement sensor and the reaction mixture. And lastly, there is the liquid surface. This liquid surface is nothing but surface of the reaction mixture. Okay. So this is all about this batch reactor. Now we will see some important points related to this batch reactor in the next slide. This is the figure for batch reactor. Now we will see some important points of the batch reactor. So first point is batch reactor is the term which is used for vessel type. I told you batch reactor is nothing but one type of the vessel which is having two holes on the top section. So you can see second point, there are two holes on the tank which are used to charge the reactors. I told you there are two holes on the top section of the reactor from which we can provide the reactants to this reactor. After that, base thing of the batch reactor, we cannot put or we cannot take out anything from this reactor during the reaction. But there is another reactor, that is the semi-batch reactor, where we can feed continuously one of the reactant to the reactor. But in batch reactor, we cannot take out anything and we cannot put anything during the reaction. So this is the beauty of the batch reactor. After that, next point is this equipment comprises of a tank along with an agitator and integral heating and cooling system. This is nothing but construction part of the batch reactor. I already explained you construction part of the batch reactor in a previous slide. Okay. Next point is you can see its structure comprises of a steel, stainless steel, glass lined steel or glass or exotic alloy. This is nothing but material of the construction. Okay. So what we have seen in the construction part, I explained you related to the deep lake, after that baffles, jackets, after that impeller and thermowell, and after that there is the MOC, that is nothing but material of the construction. So material of the construction is nothing but we can use their stainless steel, steel or glass lined steel. Best thing is if you are handling any acid part, acid reactants in the reactor, you can prefer here glass lined steel material. Okay. So this is all about construction part of the batch reactor and we can use here batch reactor at the lab purpose as well. So application of the batch reactor is nothing but you can see next point. These reactors are widely used in a small scale industries or process industries or lab scale level, or I can say for the research purpose batch reactors can be used, because in batch reactor we are using uniform temperature and composition throughout the reactor. Okay, and it is time consuming process. That's why we can use this process at the lab level or we can use for the small scale industries. Okay, so these are the important points of the batch reactor. Now we will see some important points of another reactor, that is a variant of the batch reactor, that is nothing but semi-batch reactor. Next reactor is semi-batch reactor. In semi-batch reactor also we are having one vessel on which there are two holes in the top section from which we are providing reactants to the reactor. But here one of the reactant is already completely filled in the reactor and one of the reactant is continuously feeding to the reactor. This is nothing but semi-flow or semi-batch reactor. So you can see this is the first point of the semi-batch reactor. According to first point, semi-batch, semi-flow reactors operate much like batch reactors in that they take place in a single stir tank with a similar equipment. Means construction for semi-batch reactor is the same as the batch reactor, where we are having one vessel on which there are two holes from which we are providing reactants to the reactor. But one of the reactor is continuously feeding to the reactor and one of the reactant is completely already filled in the reactor. After that, there is also baffle to increase the rate of the mass transfer, or I can say to increase the turbulence in the system. After that, there is also jacket, that is nothing but we are providing external heating or external cooling to the jacket. Means according to our requirement, we can provide external heating or external cooling to this reactor system by using cooling jacket or heating jacket. So I can say here construction for the semi-batch reactor is the same as the batch reactor. So this is the second point. According to second point, semi-batch reactors are modified to allow the reactant addition and product removal in a time during the reaction. This is the difference between batch reactor and semi-batch reactor. In batch reactor, we cannot put or we cannot take out anything from the reaction mixture during the reaction. But in semi-batch reactor, we can put or we can take out specific amount of the reaction mixture during the reaction. Okay, so this is the beauty of the semi-batch reactor. After that, you can see a normal batch reactor, means simple batch reactor, is filled with the reactants in a single stir tank at a time t is equal to 0 and the reaction is proceed. Next point is, this is nothing but difference between batch reactor and semi-batch reactor. So you can see here a semi-batch reactor, however, allows the partial filling of reactants with the flexibility of the adding more reactant as the reaction progresses. I told you in semi-batch reactor we can add reactants as per our requirement. Means whenever the reaction progresses, we can take the reactants as per our requirement. But this is not about the batch reactor. Whatever is our requirement, we have to take all reactant before the reaction progresses. Okay, so we cannot take out or we cannot put anything during the reaction in batch reactor, or we can say by using semi-batch reactor we can put here whatever our requirement. According to our requirement, we can put here reactants during the reaction. So this is the difference between batch reactor and semi-batch reactor, and construction for semi-batch reactor and batch reactor almost same. And last point is, stirring in both types is very efficient, which allows batch and semi-batch reactors to assume a uniform composition, or I can say uniform temperature throughout the reactor system. That's why this is a very efficient process, because in this reactor, that may be batch reactor or semi-batch reactor, temperature and composition is uniform throughout the reactor. I can say at any position in the reactor, the composition of the reactant and composition of the product, or I can say temperature of the product or temperature of the reactant is uniform. Okay, so this is all about the semi-batch reactor and batch reactor. Now we will see some important figures for the batch reactor and semi-batch reactor. So you can see on the screen, first figure is batch reactor. So I told you batch reactor is nothing but one type of the vessel where we are providing agitator and where we are completely filling component A and B initially. We are not going to put or we are not going to extract anything from the reaction mixture during the reaction. This is about the batch reactor, and this is the figure for batch reactor. After that, semi-batch operation. So semi-batch 1 and semi-batch 2. In semi-batch 1, we have completely filled here component A initially, and we are continuously adding component B as per our requirement. And in figure B, you can see there, we have completely filled here component B, and we are continuously adding component A. So this is all about semi-batch reactor. So by using this semi-batch reaction, we can increase our efficiency of the product, or I can say we can increase efficiency of the reactor by using this continuous requirement of the reactants. What we have seen in this lecture, I have discussed with you batch reactor and semi-batch reactor, and we have seen some important points related to the batch reactor and semi-batch reactor. In batch reactor, we cannot put and we cannot extract here during the reaction, but in semi-batch reactor, we can put here reactants as per our requirement. Means we can continuously feeding here reactants as per our requirement. or we can extract here specific amount of the product that may be intermediate product during the reaction. So this is the beauty of the semi-batch reactor. We will see next topic in the next lecture. Thank you very much.